Introduction. Welcome to this video where we will discuss the sources from which India gets its LPG, liquefied petroleum gas. LPG is an essential fuel for many households in India, and the demand for LPG has been increasing rapidly in recent years. In this video, we will explore the major sources from which India imports LPG. India is the second largest consumer of LPG in the world, and the demand for LPG in the country has been growing at a rapid pace. To meet this growing demand, India imports LPG from several countries. The major sources of LPG for India are Saudi Arabia, Qatar, UAE, Kuwait, and Iran. Saudi Arabia is the largest supplier of LPG to India, accounting for more than 35% of India's total LPG imports. Saudi Arabia's state-owned oil company, Saudi Aramco, supplies LPG to India through long-term contracts with Indian oil marketing companies. Qatar is the second largest supplier of LPG to India, accounting for around 20% of India's total LPG imports. Qatar Petroleum, the state-owned oil company of Qatar, supplies LPG to India through long-term contracts with Indian oil marketing companies. The United Arab Emirates, UAE, is another major supplier of LPG to India, accounting for around 15% of India's total LPG imports. The LPG is supplied to India from Abu Dhabi National Oil Company, ADNOC, the state-owned oil company of the UAE. Kuwait and Iran are also important sources of LPG for India, accounting for around 10% and 5% of India's total LPG imports, respectively. India has long-term contracts with these countries to ensure a steady supply of LPG. Apart from imports, India also has some domestic production of LPG. Domestic production of LPG comes primarily from refineries and gas fields located in the country. However, domestic production is not sufficient to meet the growing demand for LPG in the country, and hence India imports a significant amount of LPG to meet its requirements. In conclusion, India imports LPG from several countries including Saudi Arabia, Qatar, UAE, Kuwait, and Iran. These countries are major oil and gas producing countries and are important sources of LPG for India. India's dependence on imported LPG is expected to increase in the future due to the growing demand for LPG in the country. However, India is also working on increasing its domestic production of LPG to reduce its dependence on imports. That's it for this video. I hope you found it informative. Thank you for watching.